Hello, brand talkers. Welcome to another brand talk session. And first, must I missed you guys, and I apologize for the break. It was necessary. I had to refresh and all, but just believe that anytime we put out a session, it's definitely something we believe that is important to you, is important to your business. So today, I want to talk to you about something I termed your business shouldn't lose its humanity. So, like, your business should not lose its humanity. You know, previously, way back, businesses were meant to be this formal entity per se. It's almost like a non-entity. So it's as if you're dealing with a non-living thing. So we see businesses that way. That's why when you look at it in terms of how information flowed, information was like more of like a one channel thing. It came from the business or from the management of the business. They just put it out, using all the channels, from billboards, posters, then we got TV, the traditional medias and stuff like that. And the same thing goes about the way products and services are being manufactured. Like, let's say products, for example. So back then, whenever a business or a company had a new product or they had a new product, they just test it out in their lab, factory, whatever it is. And if they believe it's good, they just put it out there. No need for feedback, no need for any test. Just put it out there and then use advertisement to bombard and literally force people to just, because there was no other option. But today, the power has shifted from the company or from the corporation to the consumers or the customers. The customers have the bigger power or the larger chunk of the power now. That's why feedback is important. So that's why no business goes and do anything without running it first with the customers. Because and it's pretty much why these days, before you set up any business, you have to do your market research, understand your customers, who they are, do they really want this. So what I'm trying to say is that things have evolved, and business, or the way we do business, have evolved completely from the way they did it back in the 80s, 60s, 40s, however you want to mention it. Today, it's different. That's why one of the things I tell business owners whenever I sit with them, someone can come to me and say, okay, I would like your company to design a logo. And one of the things I like to get out is, do you have some sort of strategy? And part of that strategy is, what sort of personality does your business, and that's what we'll try to understand, for sort of personality, because it's important as a business owner that you first define the personality of your business before even meeting any designer. And let's say you are in luck to work with not just a graphic design, you're working with an agency that deals with strategy and a whole lot. It's one of the fundamental things you must build up when it comes to your business. Now, the reason why we talk about brand personality per se isn't just because it's one very fine name or touched up name we just want to give out there, or it's not because it's not one word that brand strategies or creative agencies just put out there to milk more money from you. Not at all. It's imperative, or it's important, that your business has its own personality. Your business must own its personality. Now, these days, businesses are treated as individuals as well. That's why we talk about brand voice, brand tone. How do you want your business to sound? How do you want it to feel? We have, in the area of brand personality, one business I really I'm a fan of their brand personality. Not basically a fan of the thing, but how they've used brand personality, or how they've used the personality to drive their brand, is Harleys and Davids, or Harley Davidson, right? The motorbike industry, and the motorbike company in America. You need to actually read up on these guys and all. Other businesses have done their thing and it's fine, but Harley Davidson has taken brand personality to another level, and I really appreciate following up on them and all, and actually seeing what they are all about. Now, when I say that you shouldn't lose your humanity, or your business shouldn't lose its humanity, there's this thing people say, like 100 years from now, AI, artificial intelligence and all, is going to take over a lot of things. I do not doubt that. I do not doubt that in the next 10 to 20 years, some jobs or some work will be handled by artificial intelligence, and it's a welcome development. Honestly, it's something I am welcoming and looking forward to, and we all should be welcoming and looking forward to it. However, I want to make it very, very clear, as much as the artificial intelligence is going to take over some or most of the business processes going forward, there's one important process and that's why no matter how, it will never be 100% takeover, because the human factor will always be there, because the human touch will always be there. Just look at it. When we enter into relationship with our fellow human. When we interact with our fellow human. Now, take for example, imagine going to the ATM, the automated teller machine, to pull out money, and then there's no way you're gonna have a conversation with the ATM. Even if you're feeling frustrated, like you had a long day, you had a terrible day, you cannot tell the machine how you feel, how your day. No, or the machine can't look at your face that is all cranky and say, "Oh, sorry, what's wrong? Like, what's the problem?" Or imagine having a dispense error issue. The one, and it's like last money you have in your account, and you're really, really banking on getting it that day. You're slotting your card, punching for some network issue or something. It refuses to dispense, and then you got debited. With the whole frustration looking at the ATM won't even tell you, "So we're sorry about it." Like, there is no communication there. So that's why businesses must maintain the human factor, and it's important that you do not lose your humanity. That's why a lot of business have been going through a lot of transformation to try to humanize, even when they're using artificial intelligence. Case study, or case in point, Leo of UBA Bank. Why did UBA Bank all of a sudden decide to bring this? Is a chatbot, it is an artificial intelligence, but they give it a name, give it a face, give it a feel, give it a look, even the way Leo interacts with you. And I'm saying this because I'm a UBA customer. Like, yeah. And for one thing, I enjoy whenever I work with Leo. I actually more enjoy it than whenever I have to call the bank, and this is from a guy that rarely uses Leo, because it's just, but for the fact that I can actually via WhatsApp, so it's as if I'm chatting with another guy called Leo in UBA Bank. So I'm trying to get us to understand this point. Yes, we understand that you have the logo, your business logo and everything, and then you must be all prim and proper or all formal and stuff like that. But we mustn't, or our businesses must not lose its humanity, because at the end of the day, remember, there's something I keep saying, that people buy from who they trust. And how do they trust you? How would they trust your business if you don't show them some sort of empathy, some sort of like, I understand you as a human being? Now, here's a story my mentor told us, his mentees, and hearing that story, it got me quite, I it just didn't go down well with me. So he went to a large supermarket for out of respect, I'm not going to name names, a large supermarket in Abuja, and he purchased a singlet, and he paid, left the building. It's in a mall, it's in a large mall, so he left the supermarket or in the mall, came out, and for some reason he now noticed that the size he picked was not his size, and like he returned. This happened about 4 minutes later. He returned, and then even with the receipt and the whole timestamp and everything, I came like, oh sorry, I picked this and I paid for it, only to realize that the size is not my size, and I've not unbossed it yet. This is it, this is the timestamp. I really appreciate if you guys can change this for me. Let me pick the one that I'm sure is my size. And whoever was at the counter just said, no, this we don't have any refund policy here. He said, no, it's not a refund. I'm not asking for a refund. I'm just saying that this is not my size. Can I drop it and take the one that is my size and then pay for it? Or if there's anything to add on top or anything, I'll just go with it if it's the same amount and all. It's like, no, there's no, you can't put it back and everything. It's just shushing, and then they just shut the whole conversation down. And I remember the day he was telling us the story. He said, now there was no form of empathy from these guys, even when they called someone that is supposedly the manager or a staff that is higher or in charge of the whole, supervising the whole. The person just came and like mounted the same thing. You can't put it back, it's our policy and all that. And he was really frustrated. And hearing the story, I felt frustrated. Because especially if you're in Nigeria, we hear this sometimes when we go out. It's our policy, and it's as if the human side or the empathy side is negated. He said something unique that yes, he would never put himself in a place where he wants anybody to break their policy, because he understands structure and business structure and all. It's just the way they shut the whole conversation without any form of empathy. It would have been better for him if someone had like, okay, oh wow, this is bad. You know what? Let me see if I can do anything. Let me see if we can, but our policy states that once you've paid and clocked out, there's no returning and all. So, but let me see if I can speak to someone, or like, let me see if I can. So nobody said that. Everybody just kind our policy this, our policy that, and then that's just it. If someone had just said that and made an effort, and then he standing there saying that, oh, you're actually making an effort to try and help me resolve this, and at the end of the day you are not able to do anything, he would have gladly been like, all right, no problem, let me just pick the one that is my size and then pay for it. Or even I can go home and give this to someone that is size and all. After all, he has a son, probably he can size the son, or he can dash it out to a friend. There was a lot of things he can do, but just the way the whole how will I call it, the whole machine-like, I would just pretty call it a machine-like behavior, and just shuts down the conversation. And that's why, looking around, I've interacted with businesses in Abuja and across some states in Nigeria, and these things keeps popping up, like no empathy. Remember, humans, no matter as much as we love that machines get things done easier, faster, they don't go on strikes, they don't take salaries and stuff like that, there are some certain things that we humans really appreciate, some sort of empathy, because that's where we want another human to understand our frustration, understand our joy, understand our happiness. That's why it's, and I don't know why I'm stuck with the bank. I don't know why I'm stuck with the banks here, because that's why it's really important for bankers, especially if they can kind of sort of educate their tellers or the people. I know there are actually people, especially the people behind the tellers, that have come out and like, oh, sorry, I'm sorry about. But you find out that most times the people, the tellers, I know the people that you give money or take money from, like, it's as if they're just robots mounting up some sort of, oh, it's our policy, you can't do this, you can't do that, without actually trying to like understand, look at your face and say, oh, what is this person going through? A friend of mine recently told me her story, and when someone, came into the office and came into her office, she's a banker, of course, came into her office and then like dropped down, that he got this money from their ATM, and I'm trying to figure out, was it the money was fake, or was he fake, or the note was just I think it was it's either a bad note, a really bad note, or it was fake. One of these I've actually forgotten, but that was just the case. And she like, oh, sorry about that, we're really sure, I'm certain that this cannot be from our machine, because our machine cannot give you, I think it's a fake, it's a fake note. Our machine cannot give you a fake note. However, because I see that this is important to you, I'm willing to give you this out of my own pocket so that you can use it and sort out. So she was willing to, out of her personal pocket, replace what the man was alleging. And even though this thing did not go out, because the man obviously wanted, I don't know, had something else up his sleeve. I was like, no, he can't take that and everything. Like, she was very confident that there was no way the bank will put fake notes in their machine. However, she's looking at this elderly person, because she told me, like, because that's one of the things that that was one of the things that moved her, aside from the fact that, because he wouldn't want to stress her and stress the man and everything, and that's just the humanity in this whole in whatever we're doing. Yes, I do understand that we have structures, we have policies, we have this, and there are some things you cannot. However, these things do not negate or shouldn't cause us to lose our humanity. I understand that businesses are now taking it, because I thank God for social media that you can now blast businesses at the type of a button. When you go on Twitter every day, you're seeing one bank telling, oh, let's take you to the DM and resolve this and stuff like that. And I really feel happy, or I give out a laugh when I see these things, because back in the days it wasn't like this. Trust me, back in the days it wasn't like this, when they were the lords. Right now the lords are their customers, and they know that social media has just made PR really, really interesting for businesses right now. So as a strategy, you must keep that human side of your business. It must be there, that empathy. That's why you have to draw on whatever personality your brand has built. That's why brand personality is a powerful tool in branding, and it is a powerful tool in brand strategy, in creating your brand strategy. Draw from your personality. Hand over this personality like, I'm your first, what will I call it? Your first ambassadors. That is your employees with it. Even transfer it to your machines to as much as possible. However, of course, because of codes and stuff like that, the interaction with the machine is limited. But let there be a human touch. Like, let the human not become a robot mounting off our policy is this or that. And if there's a way for your business to go the extra mile, please go the extra mile. If there's a mistake, if there's something, if there's and honestly, and what can be frustrating is that sometimes, even when it will not affect any form of policy, people still mount this thing off just as a way to shush people off. People buy from who they trust. And the best way they can trust you, and the easiest way they can trust you, is when they know you have their best interest at heart. Look at it this way. When you come, let's say you had a very frustrating, tiring day. You come home and you look at your partner. Let's say you're married or you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and then your face, everything, the frustration is showing on your face. You had a really bad day and all, and you wanted to like tell this person, this is how my day went and all, like with the visible frustration and all, and the person is like, okay, it's fine, we're happy to work with you today, I'm sure tomorrow will be better and all, and that's just it. There's no reaching out to like empathize, try to understand you, because that's what, honestly, let's be fair, or let us be, one of the things our customers, or one of the things your customers want from you, at least the very thing on top, is for you to understand them. That is it. That's what the whole market research is all about, for you to understand your customer, understand them, understand their plight. That's why you design the business with the sole aim of meeting their needs, because you understood the plight that they have and you're interested in solving that. But sometimes it's as if once we have the product or the service out there, we lose every other form of humanity. Maybe we hide behind those logos, because of course it's a business. Who will you see? Oh yeah, probably we know the CEO, we know the MD or whoever that is, but we don't know other people. So who exactly? So we hide, most times as businesses, we hide behind those logos or those identities. And then we see ourselves as robots or machines, or because they are dealing with a corporate entity. Even the way I said corporate, I'm actually my two hands like are up now with my two fingers. You know what it means, right? The corporate entity. Yeah, you are a corporate entity, but do not lose your humanity, because except if the world changes and then we're now serving robots, I see no reason why businesses should hide behind that logo and then just become robots. Empathy is key in business in today's world. Empathy is key in business. The ability to see the human need, the frustration, the ability to read the face, the ability to listen, the ability to like offer a hand, and especially offering this not because you are interested in their wallet, but you're interested in making the life of this person better. You're interested in making their journey with your business better, even if they don't buy. And that is the thing, even if they do not buy, how do you leave them? What are they taking away after interacting with your business? So this isn't meant to be a long, especially when I have this monologue episode. Although I don't like to make them very long, but when I have this prompting, when I feel like, okay, this is something I want to talk about, of course, I'll bring it to the Brand Talk family first, and you get to hear it first before I talk about it any other place. But if you're on this channel, or if you listen to this channel, if there's one thing I want you to take out from today's podcast, is this: we are humans. Imagine how you will feel. That's why the golden rule is still the golden rule in everything. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. Imagine how you feel if you will swap seats and put yourself in the position of your customer, and then you're mounting up, that's just our policy, there's nothing we can do about it. Now that's just imagine running a dispatch agency, and for some reason someone calls at the closing time. We're closed for the day, and of course there's nothing we can do. But then you are in the industry and you know another business in the same category, but then those guys operate 247. Wouldn't it be nice? You're like, oh, we've closed for the day and none of our dispatchers can attend to you now. However, if you were like, can I refer so and so because they run a 247 service, I'm pretty sure they can be of help. Imagine how much better that would sound. That's you leaving the customer better. Trust me, even though they are going to call the other people and use them because they're 247, they will always come back to you, especially when they are running within your working hours, because of the empathy, because of the humanity, because you were there to help. So, brand talkers, my lovely people, let us not lose our humanity just because we started a business. And then, one of these, the beautiful thing is that we start off as startups or small businesses, we get this thing okay, we get it fine because most times we're interacting with our customers directly and all. But once we start building and we start growing, we start becoming larger, we tend to lose these things. Let's be more better and create a better world, a more empathetic world. And it's me, Ojibe. Like I always say, you can reach out to me on Instagram at Ojibe. That is Ikojibe. You can send me a mail here on brandtalk, the brandtokcommunity at gmail.com. You can reach out to me, if you have any feedback, whatever. Leave a comment on the session and let's interact. Tell me what you think about businesses not neglecting their human side. And till the next time, it's still me, Ojibe. Peace.